Yes, YouTubers, OP Gamers here with another Dr. Glitch production celebrating a 7-day video release covering Black Ops 3 with a variety of objective, tutorial and glitches. Right, we're going to get straight into this one. We've got the 3 best camping spots on Black Ops 3, The Giant. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I'll check you all after I get set up. Psych! Right, to get set up, you're going to want to link all the teleporters. Get any weapons you might want and any perks you might need to survive. For these camping strategies, I recommend if you don't have a perkaholic, maybe getting a jug, quick revive, double tap, and maybe even speed cola. But again, this is only on preference. It's probably better to create your own strategy around these spots. For the footage, I just used my shopping free so I could get around the map as quick as possible. But I will be making a video on how to get set up as fast as possible without using any of the epic gumball. Now back to the setup. Right, you want to go around the map as fast as possible, linking all the teleporters back to the start. As you can see, the Giant is a pretty small map, so I was able to get all the way around the map without spending hardly any excess money, which made it much easier when I was trying to obtain a gun later on in the footage. Now go around linking the rest of the teleporters, taking full advantage of the power-ups that may drop each time you activate one, as you may be lucky enough to spawn a fire sale, and it'll make it much easier to get set up for the rest of the game. Right, I'd just like to take a second to say a big thank you to Game Miller and Finn for helping us with these instrumentals which I've used in my video. We've got some other big producers coming up as well, so I'll put some links in the description of this video. As you can see in the video, I'm trying to keep the rounds low so I can gather enough points to obtain at least one suitable weapon. At this point, you don't really have to link the teleport until you have enough to pack a punch at least one weapon. So I recommend point building and getting at least one suitable weapon so you can carry on getting set up. Now I am really going to leave you with the footage because there's not much I can talk about at this time. If you're interested in any OPG extracurricular activity, check us out on Twitter and Facebook. I'll be leaving some links in the description box below, and also I'll be leaving some links for some awesome YouTubers for you guys to check out. And I'll catch you guys after I get set up. Right, now I've got a decent enough gun to start demonstrating some of the spots. I'd like to introduce you to one of my favourite camping spots. This is probably the best camping spot for headshots, point building in low or high rounds. And number 2 in this area, we're going to be talking about the catwalk. It's been done a million times, but it's definitely going into the top 3. And before we get into the last one, I'm just going to hit for a fire sale and try and obtain all my weapons so I can just crack straight on with it. For all 3 of these camping spots, I'm going to recommend 2 LMGs and the Wonder Waffle. And for the elemental enhancements, I'm going to recommend Turned and Fireworks. Although Dead Wire and Blast Furnace are pretty good enhancements, their effect duration isn't as long and will not have much of an effect while camping. Obviously you're going to want to get the trip mines and try get the monkeys to help you along the way. It seems like this gumball machine don't want to give me a fire sale, so when it does I'll carry on with the tutorial. I'm just going to end the round as quickly as possible so I can try obtain my fire sale. But at this point I'm going to recommend getting as many headshots as you can to try and maximise points so you can get as many hits as possible when you try to chance a box for the weapons view. When you try to get set up and maybe get any perks you might want before trying out these camping spots.
Make it last, I'll make it last. Whatever it takes, I'll make it last. And though the future's coming fast, I'll fight it off to make this last.
And finally, the gumball machine has decided to give me a fire sale. After I finish the dog round, I'm finally going to finish getting set up. I just left this little bit of footage in because I nearly got mauled by one of the dogs from behind. While you're playing this map, I'd always recommend grabbing a Bowie knife because it makes it extremely easy when dealing with the dogs. During this gameplay, I didn't grab a Bowie knife and I nearly paid the price when hitting the fire sale. So if you have a spare 3000, I'd always recommend grabbing it.
things come to
When using a fire sale, you always want to get to a box where you feel comfortable training the zombie at the same time as using the box. Again, I didn't do this in the footage so you can see how much more difficult it makes it when trying to make the most out of your fire sale. There are two parts during this section of the game footage where I nearly went down, and it could have been easily avoided by saving a zombie at the end of the round or choosing a different box location. While you're getting set up, you want to take your time, because that one little zombie clip can take you down and waste all your time and effort. As you can see in the game footage shortly, I wasn't paying attention and nearly got took down by a random zombie. I put the clip in slow motion when I pick up the ICR so you can get an idea of how fast they come up the banking. Obviously it makes it much harder to get the most out of your fire sale, so I'd advise going to one of the other boxes so you can make the most out of it.
future's coming fast. I'll fight it all to make this last.
I'd just like to say another cheeky little thank you to Bearded Skull, smashing it every time on the instrumentals. Right, we nearly got all the weapons that we want, so we're almost ready to carry on with the camping spots. I don't have enough points to pack my weapons yet, so I'm just going to show you how good this first spot is for point building when you try to get a fast setup. I'll just link up the rest of the teleporters and we'll crack straight on with it. And remember, like I said before, you don't really need to link the teleporters before you have enough to pack a bunch of weapons. So just take your time getting your weapons sorted and saving enough money to at least pack one weapon after activating all the teleporters. The third camping spot that we're going to be talking about is down in this last location. When you're linking the teleporters, make sure you don't open this door to the left of spawn, because you will not be able to use the third camping spot at all. Right, now I'm just going to link this last location and we'll get straight back to the tutorial, because I think I've wasted enough of your time already. So, in at number 1 we have my favourite spot for general point building and overall XP farming. In at number 1 we have the first spot we're going to be talking about, just in front of the KN by the teleporter at the catwalk. This spot is probably my favourite because it is ridiculously easy to get headshots and multi-shots, and it has a very easy accessible escape route. If you aim your crosshair at about this point on the opposite wall, you will be pretty much hitting a headshot every time, so it makes it much easier to eliminate incoming zombies. And also, when camping it, I wouldn't recommend picking up any of the nuke power-ups unless it is at the end of the round, because you can get much more points and XP off the zombies by simply headshotting, unless you're going for a high round gain, then nuke away. So if you just try to rack up some XP, you're probably best off lasting out the rounds as long as you can by getting headshots, so you can maximise your XP and gain much more points when you're XP farming. For this one, you can pretty much just stand there and rake in XP. For your escape route, it's just to your right. And then head straight up the stairs. I also use the top part of the catwalk for when the dogs come, because it makes it much easier to kill them. And then head straight back down to carry on raking in the headshots. Like I said earlier, I'd also recommend getting the Wonder Waffle and double pack a punch in it, so it makes it much easier to maintain a defense when camping in this spot. I'd also maybe recommend Dead Wire or Turned when it gets into the higher rounds, to thin out the zombies and make it a bit more comfortable while camping. Now, as soon as you've racked up enough points, you want to start packing up all your weapons and getting set for camping. Return back to the spot and then carry on raking in XP. Now on to number 2 on our list, the one and the only catwalk. Now this is the most commonly used camping spot on the Giants. It is an extremely good spot for solo or multiplayer games. It has such a long stretch and the zombies can only come from the other end of the banking. However, it is definitely not without its faults. If you get overpowered in this top section by the catwalk, then there is no way out. And if you don't get the chance to reload fast enough, there is a good chance that you're going to get munched. So this spot, although it is everyone's favourite, it is still going in at number 2. I usually start the round down in the first spot, and then as soon as it starts getting overpowered, I turn off to the right and up the catwalk up into the second spot. I also usually use this spot for the dog rounds, as the sheer length of the catwalk makes it unbelievably easy to kill the dogs. As you can see, by bouncing in between both of the spots, it is quite easy to redirect the zombies, so you can group them back up at the other spot and take them out a lot faster using headshots. The best place to stand while using this spot is probably just to the left of the window, as you can aim towards the top of the stairs and line up your crosshair so the zombies pretty much walk into headshot, but you may need to adjust your aim regularly if you don't have the dead shot. Again, you're probably best off using this strategy while you're playing multiplayer, but if you're playing solo, by standing halfway along the catwalk, it also leaves you with an exit route out of the window to your left and towards the teleporter to your right. If you're using this strategy, bouncing between both places, I'd highly recommend grabbing a Wonder Waffle so you can get up the stairs easily without the zombies getting in your way. And again, the monkeys can be very handy in sticky situations. I recommend playing around with these two spots and working out equipment that you feel comfortable using so you can make the most out of your gameplay. And also, using the spot that we were first talking about, you can always use the teleporter to your left for an escape route and then work the traps on the way back up to the catwalk. There's not much else I can really say about these two spots, so I think I'm going to get on to the next one. This last spot that we're going to be talking about probably has the longest reach out of all the spots on the map. In order to do this one, you must leave this door here closed. I know it means going all the way around to link the teleporter, but it's well worth it. And this spot is extremely useful in solo if you're using the Wonder Waffle, as the spawn is very fast and the walls are quite close together, so it enhances the scatter effect of the Wonder Waffle. While using this particular location, I'd highly recommend using Turned as one of your enhancements, as it makes it much easier to thin out the zombies and you are less likely to get blocked in. If you aim inside the yellow circle on top of the gumball machine, you can pretty much headshot the zombies coming from both directions. I haven't had a chance to try out this strategy in multiplayer yet, but I'd imagine it'd be pretty overpowered. Also, if you're playing solo, you can pretty much save a zombie at any round. If you stand with your back pushing right towards the door and shoot down the passageway, the zombies will still spawn on the other side of the door behind you. So as long as you save one when you're shooting them from the other side of the door, you'll be free to go around the map and get your stuff sorted to come straight back to the spot. Again, with all three of these strategies, I would highly recommend grabbing the monkeys or hitting the box until you get the monkeys, because when coming to and from the spots, it can get extremely difficult or tight in some areas. But only use monkeys in extreme situations, because you never know when you're going to get a max ammo. As you can see just coming up in the game footage here, I nearly got mauled by a small horde of zombies, and our little monkey friend gave me a helping hand. So don't cry wolf, people. Try reserve your monkeys as best you can. And also, if anyone is interested in trying out this spot on a live stream with me, just leave your gamer tag in the comment section below and we'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. Big shout out to Logic on this last track, and big shout out to KD every time. I'll be putting links in the description for all the producers I use in my videos, and that just about covers it for today. I hope you found this video useful, or at least enjoyed watching it. If you rate this video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. That's Glitch, signing out. Peace.